tent up and we're gonna explore the next place.
Yeah, so
Hopefully not their asses kicked.
I know we killed
We
the two
went-
giants, and then the
Yeah.
dude disappeared.
So we went underground because there's been talks of more of those driders and stuff getting chaotic down there, which we thought we cleared it up when we took out Reverend Freed or Father Freed.
Reverend.
So we went to go kind of poke around, see if someone like took up his mantle or something, like why shit's still, unsorted. We found out another member of his order they weren't particularly happy with him and his experiments. He was kind of like the out there guy. I was like, no, let me show you, and they all were like, yeah, right. But yeah, we ran into this dude, who we were calling Pinky because of his bright pink hair. He reckons himself an exterminator, so he's been down here trying to wipe out the drow. He did not like Reverend Freed, but didn't like that we killed him because he was still a member of his order. He didn't seem particularly willing to talk with us or anything like that. He kind of already told us that he felt we were below him, so we gave him some slapperonis. Much to the chagrin of the Onis that he was traveling with.
But he did disappear though, right? Like he was like knocked and then he.
No, he died. He died and then he disintegrated, or just
Oh, okay.
No, wait,
okay.
Hold on. Point of contention. I believe we asked, and Will said he didn't disintegrate like everyone else. He just disappeared.
Yeah, I think the Giants disintegrated.
Will
but
does,
he disappeared.
Will
no,
does.
He said it wasn't like the
death roll.
That particular, like it wasn't like it wasn't like the Kava disintegration, but I thought it was still something like.
No, he just like disappeared.
Like he went to the hells and he's coming back.
Right, but I just wanted to bring it up because Will sometimes, does death saves for our enemies. I could be all the time, but in the fucking event that this guy succeeded on his death saves and had something that made him conscious when he got back to stable, he might have just escaped.
And when us fighting the Giants, we weren't fully aware of what happened.
Exactly. So I just want to bring that up that we don't know for sure that guy's dead.
Yeah, that's why I said he vanished.
Yeah.
Like
we didn't find really anything else in this cathedral. It looks like he cleared it all out
beforehand.
Just hated the drow and everything about him, just killed everyone and cleaned up. We continued on because I had a dream where I met Raikiri as a child. And we're going to investigate the nearest Raikiri temple that's underground. And
which is right here, right? Or are we technically there already?
I believe we get there and then rest. Yeah, we got there and then rested. So we got to the temple.
We did a short rest. Got there, found a safe spot for you to put your hut, and then we full rested. So everybody, and then apparently we leveled. So did everybody up their stuffs?
Mm-hmm.
Also, was it one scimitar each or two? I think it was just one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they were wielding. The Onis, they were wielding one scimitar each, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you took the ice one, I took the fire one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We are at the Raikiri temple. We are all rested up and feeling a little stronger.
Probably going to do mage armor before going. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna do mage armor before we, like, as soon as we are heading out. I'll poke my head out of the tent. Well, not my head, my whole body out of the tent. Do mage armor while you close everything up.
Could
That's
I
8 hours.
could I technically call upon my steed?
Yes.
I'm gonna go call upon my steed. I'm not gonna mount him, but he's just gonna stay with me. Or do I have to mount him?
You don't have to. He can hang out with you.
Yes, he is.
What
Remember,
form are you
he's
choosing?
he's smart enough that you can communicate with him telepathically, and he can just kind of understand and do like if you went, oh, go pick that thing up for me, he would understand that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's as smart as a person, a dumb person, but a person. Yeah.
Well, Ash, what kind of steed do you have?
I have the flame boar.
That works.
Makes me think of
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings hobbits.
Why the hell do I have a vision of that pig rider from Clash of Clans? No?
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you what I got. What I think he looks like. All right. Yeah.
Go on.
These are the boar rider from the Clash of Five Armies.
That's what I said. I was actually literally getting the picture too.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hold on.
Bam.
That's exactly you, motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah.
Get out of my brain, Tim. Run the fuck away. You said it's a flame boar or a fire boar?
Crap. What was the actual name? So we've just been calling them flame boars. Incendiary boar. I don't know.
Something.
Cinnabors.
Yeah.
Well, it's not helpful when I'm trying to look up info on it.
I think Sean just said it. What was it again?
Cinnabors. It is also somewhere deep in the
The notes here.
Institute channel.
Oh yeah. So I'll be awakened hearing the pig. "Huh. Good Lord, man. Where were you smuggling that? Actually, perhaps I don't want to know.
He just hangs about.
Assuming the steed doesn't try to trample him.
It's not spectral, it's celestial or some shit.
I was gonna say your six-legged horse is real enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you summon a spirit that
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess it is a spirit. Okay. My bee.
Okay, your GM might allow other animals to be summoned as steeds.
Yeah, it's a celestial, fey, or fiend, up to you.
Yes.
Ah. Has anyone had a poke about? Made sure there are no creepy crawlies waiting for us? Perhaps another one of Freed's clan?
Can I use Divine Sense?
If you're outside of the hut.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no, so- so-
It only lasts 8 hours, so we did
Oh
the
yeah,
full
when we
rest and
woke
now it's
up, it
gone.
should've been gone, yeah. Or as we woke up.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is this stupid boar? I mean, I'm going back to August. I still haven't found it yet.
Just use that and add fire immunity to it.
What was that?
We're supposed to just add fire resistance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I heard this.
Very importante.
All right, I'm coming. My brownies are yelling at me.
Brownies? What?
Yeah, I told you I'm making brownies because Scotty went to leave and my body went, bitch, we need brownies. Not
To be honest, I've been
there, go
I've
make
been
it.
back and forth and partially listening, and to be honest,
She's
kind of
pooping.
tired.
That's what happened.
I'm kind of tired.
Well, we'll take some drugs. Yeah. But
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
anywho. We get up and are the ruins lit by anything? Or is it just like abandoned and dilapidated? I should say the temple, not the ruins.
This might actually help if people can hear me. That might be pleasant. Holy shit.
I can hear you.
No, I mean, on Twitch, my dude. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Fucking fuck with my settings for some reason. I hate you, OBS, sometimes. I really do. Figure it out.
Oh.
Time, patience, practice. Time, patience, practice. Oh, that is far too late. Nope, we're not getting DMCA'd by you, motherfucker. Haha. You know. Haha.
And thank you, Will.
Oh, sometimes.
The temple, as you approach it, is in very pristine condition. It's like dim lighting in there.
Okay.
Enough to-
Alright.
Does it look similar in construction to my memories? Like style-wise, I guess. Or my memories, the dream.
Somewhat.
Okay.
Wait,
will.
wait. DM. Tim, you asked me to sketch this, right? You asked Archie to sketch this place.
Sketch everything that I could think of for my dream, including Raikiri.
Do I have a general sense of direction where the room that he met this child would be from the corridor that we are currently standing in?
This doesn't look like it's the thing that I dreamt. It just looks similar.
It looks
design.
okay. All right.
Like it might be same people or people that derived from those people.
Sad. Wait, Will? Do I see any type of crest? Like insignia, sigil, anywhere, like dominantly like displayed?
Yes. There's a few of them in this building.
Cool, 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 cool.
What if I did was it stone cunning?
You go for it.
All right, give me 1 second. Rolling for it's under history, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right. Bonus most mental. Where's the dicey dice? There's my dicey dice. All right. Dicey dice. 6, 7. right, it's a 3.
Look, stone.
Yeah, literally, look stone.
Like
Can I give him
kicks the
advantage?
side of it like they're
Or can
kicking
I roll? Oh
tires.
no, it's a thing for him.
Yeah, it's a
Specifically
thing
him.
for me.
Never mind.
Well, unless that's all right though. Don't worry about it now.
Doesn't the feature naturally give you advantage?
I
Does
thought
it?
so.
How it works?
Please, for the love of fuck.
It just doubles the proficiency bonus.
Can
But
I
it's
give him
only,
advantage, please? Like, can I please?
So then how'd you roll a 3?
Yeah,
Because
you
that's
rolled a
automatically
3,
6.
so that would be a plus.
So
because my history is only 2, so it's 4. It's 5. I didn't add the double. It'd still be a 5.
so you'd get 11 because it's double proficiency.
Yeah, it's treated as expertise for this, so it would be, yeah, an 11,
36.
which is good enough.
Oh shit. All right. My bad. All right, so 11. Okay, so obviously if I just touch it, and what do I find?
There's a lot of strange old magic around that you can see that's ingrained into the construction of the building.
Okay.
And that's probably what's been keeping it in the pristine condition it's been in.
All right. Can I use divine sense to see if it's good or evil magic? Or that's not how divine sense, right? No, that's somewhat how divine.
It detects creatures, not
Oh
spells.
yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. But still, I want to use it anyway.
This feature's the bane of my existence. There's no one else in the building.
Okay. So I relay about the stone, and then also relay about that as far as I know, I don't detect anything else in here.
All right then. I'm gonna begin to poke inside of the temple.
You know what? I want to do this.
Uh-huh.
I really want to do this. Can I just tie a torch to my board and just tell my board just to run around quick?
You might want to
Sure.
specify a little bit more.
Why? You have dark vision.
Well, okay, because if I tie it to the torch
Chair.
and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure the board doesn't have dark vision, right? Because I was gonna have the board run ahead, and since I can talk to it telekinetically within a certain range that I probably cannot see, the board can kind of relate to me.
Well, I'm gonna walk straight into this temple.
Okay.
I am essentially holding Carp's pocket, as it were. But more his cape, because Archie don't swing that way.
Do I have any weird feelings or senses approaching? Like, is something drawing me in, or my rapier vibrating or something?
How does Loki look during all of this?
Well, start with me.
Yes.
That's a question for you. That's your companion.
I love it's your pen. Dead.
The interior of this building is very, very much styled like a church, with a statue in the back, in the back, front. You know what I mean. And as you approach the statue, it does. You get a reaction from the sword.
And does the statue look like perhaps an older version of the child I met? Or, let me just quick double check something. No, my intelligence is flat as shit. Okay. I was gonna say, would I just know this to be exactly what it is? Like a Temple of Raikiri?
Hmm. You're not exactly certain who the individual is that this is a statue of.
Say, holy man, have you come across one of these in your studies? Or maybe Archie, you seem holy enough. Or pious, I should say.
Well, I mean, I'd say. How do I put this? Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Does this chap look familiar to you, perhaps?
History, Dad? What am I rolling? Am I rolling?
What are you rolling for?
Timothy.
He's gonna examine, see if he knows who the statues are. Someone perhaps with more religion or history.
I was gonna say, I think it's history.
Yeah.
History. Okay, give me one moment. I have my new character sheet right here.
Is there any writing on stuff that's around?
Excuse-moi.
Like just general writing. I just want to know if I should pull up comprehend languages in the meantime.
That's not bad. Jumping dice. Who's it gonna be today? Tim, red or white?
White.
Cool. History? That is a... Oh my god, Tim, you chose wisely. That's a 26. 19 and 7 is 26, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, 26 total.
You would be familiar with that Raikiri did have a circle of trust that accompanied him whenever he needed to do with things he would do. And this appears to be one of those men.
Okay.
And what seems to be going on with my rapier?
Just glowing as you get closer to the statue.
This is peculiar.
One very critical question. And I can DM you if you want, or you can DM me if you want. Where on the circle, if we're talking right and left hand man, how many from his direct left and or right are we talking? Like, are we talking like it's a council of 13, nobody status from like fucking Kingdom Hearts 2, where there's 13 of them total, or what am I dealing with here? Like, do I at least glean the number of what we're dealing with, potentially? I guess would be my one question.
There's at least 4 of them that you would...
Fuck! Okay, thanks, Will Dad. That was it. Anybody else do anything?
I'm going to pull my rapier and touch the tip of it to the statue and see if there's a reaction.
All right. So there is a blinding flash of light that happens as you do that. And Carculon, when the light fades, you are in a completely different place. And it's kind of a cave. You look around to see if there's any companions near you. The child, Raikiri, is there next to you. It's like kind of shaking you to see if you, just to make sure you're all right.
Fell down again.
You look down at your clothes. You are the kid again now. Blue-haired one that you were before.
Oh, why? I must have fallen asleep. Oh. Right, Raikiri. Where are we?
He like points to this area in like the depth of the cave where there's some shady looking individuals doing something.
I'll whisper to him, I take it those aren't our friends.
Doesn't look like it.
What, are they stealing things? Have you seen more of their dealings?
I don't know. But I'm sure Dad'll find out when he gets here. We just have to wait.
How many people does it look like?
Like 5.
5 dudes being shady.
Roll stealth real quick. See how this goes.
Come on, stealth. What do I got here? Stealth. Sneak. 16. Oh, sorry. 14. That's a 6, not an 8.
Well, believing that you are hidden enough, one of the men notices the two of you hiding out and begins to approach after he calls it out.
I'm just gonna whisper. Have they seen Raikiri yet?
He saw both of you.
Okay. I'm gonna buy us some time. Ah, hello. We were looking to see if you needed more help. How can we join your band? Just play it off like, oh, we think you guys are so cool. We just want to be just like you.
The man seems thrown off as you boldly put this plan into action. Blue hair. Not many people with that around here. Who are you, kid?
I am I was like, well, I'm whatever name you deem to give me once I join our friends here. What's our plan? Are we looking for something interesting?
He looks back to the rest of his grouping. Guys, what do we do about this?
I'm going to be gesturing behind my back so the guy can't see for Akiri to run. Are we in like a dead end, or is there like tunnel behind us that...
There's cover.
Okay.
Well, one of the other people with this guy tosses the men near you a club. Get rid of him.
Do I have any of my spells, or am I fully this kid?
You are the kid.
Okay.
That being said, seeing that you're about to get attacked, Raikiri does like hits him with this very, very weak lightning attack that like tases him, which gives you an opening to get away from him.
Oh, I was gonna try something slick, but I don't trust myself. Yeah. So the exit would be past the group,
Yes.
and we are elf children,
Supposedly.
supposedly. Are they like roughly our size? Are they humans or? Or human sized, at least.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to, while that guy's tased, I'm going to. Does it look like does he have anything on his hip or belt that I might be able to snag as I run past?
Nothing special.
Well, then I'm just gonna grab some stone and run towards them. You said that's the way out, right?
Yes.
Oh god, I'm trying to think if I should bunker down or... Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start running towards them, and I'm gonna... If they don't have a ranged weapon that they're starting, because if there's someone with a crossbow, I'm gonna try and knock them in the head with a rock, but if they all have melee stuff, I'm gonna hit whoever gave that guy that club.
Roll an attack. I guess you don't know what the kid's stats are, so just roll a 20.
Okay. No whammy, child. Come on. So I got a 14. With nothing else on it.
What am I seeing on the outside? Because I was holding his robe. I have been very patiently waiting to ask this question.
Like, did he just go still?
Like, is he essentially Catharsis incarnate? Like,
We'll get to that.
It's gonna be like the time I tried salvia.
that was awful.
Yeah.
Not
That's
as
how
bad
it
as
is.
shrooms, but awful.
You're not the one that was drowning in Disney films.
Hey,
The little
Yeah.
mermaid?
SpongeBob was too intense, man.
Wait. So yeah, I threw a rock and yeah, run.
Well, your attempt to fight back doesn't go as planned. The child is not very strong.
It misses.
Just when things look like they're about to get bad, from the entrance of this cave,
Ba, 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 ba.
this white-furred winged lion flies in and, to put it bluntly, fucks these guys up. Where is it? So the individual, the lion, after the situation's settled down and that's done, Raikiri just goes up to the lion, just Dad, and just runs up and hugs him.
Yes, I see the resemblance. But thank you, mister.
The lion begins to change into more of an adult humanoid form after the what you would call combat.
Yeah, after the slaughter.
And
Raikiri's dad.
Santa! I know him.
William, I don't know if you're in the stream. I fucking hate you right now.
Good.
Fucking North.
Like, I just got rickrolled by one of my friends on the internet again. Essentially. Ah, the pain.
It's in the notes. It's canon.
Oh no.
Can I look back towards whatever they were huddling around? Like, were they looking at their hall or something?
It seems to be like weapons.
Well, I'm glad you came when you did. We're running out of options. I just kind of look at my weak little biceps. I don't have quite the arm I thought. What were these ne'er-do-wells doing?
You don't have to worry about that, son. You're just... That's a problem for the adults to take care of. Good work holding out, finding out about this, though. The two of you.
Raikiri protected me. I think he's got to work on his spells a little more, but it was a lot more than I could do.
I'm sure the two of you will be fine warriors when you grow up. But enough of that. Let's get you two home.
I'm going to give Raikiri a big hug before we start walking out. But I'm also going to see if, while we step over these mauled people, there's anything worth pocketing. Like, just out in the, like, oh, they fell over, and I was like, oh, this is a big-ass looking gem, or, yeah. Anything that looks like it is worth picking up.
Nothing really.
Nothing? Okay.
I was gonna
Just
say
making
roll
sure I
for
did
child's
this.
ADHD.
Yeah. Just making sure there wasn't like, hey, look at this plot device you walked past.
Perspective or intelligence or distracted.
Well, as you go to leave the cave, there's another flash of light for you. You find yourself in this foresty area. Not that one.
Music.
Not that one. There we go. Okay, you find yourself in this foresty area near a pond with just this big waterfall. Look down at your clothing, inspect yourself. You are back in your own body now.
Oh. My. I was beginning to enjoy the youthful vigor once more.
Wait, so the area we've been exploring is foresty, not like desert?
No, this is for him only, not you
Oh.
guys.
Are any of my companions around?
It's just you.
Okay.
Atop the waterfall, you do see this very intriguing figure just sitting atop it, just looking down on you. Just this man with long hair, just in this wrapped in a golden aura thick enough so that it's the only color you can see of him. And he just jumps down and lands not next to you, but like within speaking distance.
Careful now, you'll wear out your knees. Does he... Yeah, I guess I would only know what he looks like as a child. Huh. Like, are you friend or foe? And I'll extend my hand and say, I'm in the business of making friends.
Yes, it would seem you are quite the interesting individual. One of the more savvy that I've seen in my time.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my friend. Like, I apologize for my rather ragged appearance. I've been waking up in places I've not been familiar with. Something I've not experienced since my time as a young man. Like, the Duragar really know how to drink. Is it you who's responsible for these visions I've been having?
You could say that. I must commend you on your adaptability in these situations that you've been thrown in, though. It is not an easy quality to come by.
Well, yes. Learn to be quite malleable when you stick with ragged bunches of adventurers and only have your tender words to offer. But, would you perhaps be Raikiri himself? I've been on quite a quest to seek him out.
Oh, it'll be some time before you get to see him.
Oh.
We have to make sure you're amazing enough before that happens.
Well, I am quite magnificent, but I suppose I'll have to add amazing to the list as well. What might your name be, friend?
Why, you already know it. You just haven't put the pieces together yet.
Ah!
The light bulb
God.
just clicked.
Arlecchino? Did I say that right? Let me double check how it's spelled again. Yes, Arlecchino?
half correct. It would be the amazing Arlecchino to you.
Oh, why yes, my friend, you are quite amazing. Apologies. Oh man. Will you sly dog you? If you could have only seen my face when it clicked.
It was like fucking Ben White in the Game of Thrones moment. Like,
Alright, so can you put that name in chat again?
Yes. Let me get you here. Ah, my friend, you've helped keep me alive quite well in these ventures. I'm very happy to meet you in person. I'm sorry I was not as talkative as I normally am. I wasn't aware you were listening.
Well, I have not seen everything you've done since you've picked up my sword. But from what I have seen, I'm impressed. You certainly have what it takes to pick up the mantle of amazingness. Not something I would say to anyone.
Why? It brings me great joy. I've attached myself to quite amazing people over these years, but I've never quite fancied myself one of them. Perhaps I can join the ranks and have my own statue one day.
Ask him why he glows.
When you take on this mantle, do you perhaps gain your own glow? This is quite amazing.
You'll find those answers in time. You'll have to make your way to the other temples. Although the next one won't be as easy as you simply walking in.
Ah, it rarely is. Do you have any advice for me, friend? To traverse these dangers, or perhaps help gain me the amazingness you see in me?
Keeping your mind open and creative will be the only piece of advice you need. The opponent you'll face there is a rather tricky one. But tricks are only as effective for when you don't know what they're up to. Figure it out and you'll be fine. I have confidence in you. You're a capable man. I look forward to the next time we meet.
As well as I do as well, my friend. And I'll be sure to perhaps polish and sharpen you a little more regularly. John, just, is he the weapon, or is this a weapon of his? We just met a lot of entities inside of their weapons.
The weapon is named after him. He
Okay,
is the weapon.
All right. I'll be sure to take care of your rapier much more vigorously. Quite an exciting bit. He's gonna look at the waterfall and the pools. Like, perhaps time for a quick wash up before I make my way back to the dank, disgusting place we came.
If you insist.
Ha! Flings his clothes as fast as he can and dives in and washes up.
All right,
Just
you
close afterward.
A carp cannonball of all, like, 40 pounds of him.
I'm just waiting to hear what the fuck we're witnessing on the outside while all of this is happening.
Oh God!
I'm
Suddenly,
talking
afterward-
to the spirits and running around. I just jumped into, like, a cesspool of shit and blood. Like,
So you jump into the water, and when you do, you find yourself back in the.
ah. I'm just gonna like, oh. Curses. Just prestidigitate myself clean again.
That's racist.
Well, as the light goes out, to the rest of you, that seemed like seconds. Like it was just a flash of light and then nothing.
And you said he was golden and I couldn't see anything else through it?
Correct.
Okay.
The only notable visual thing is that the sword that is now a walking stick, or like a cane, or your choice.
Oh, I'll make a
The
cane.
sword in his hand is now a walking stick.
We'll go with cane. Make myself all fanciful. Plus, you could always sword cane it. But yeah. Sword to cane. Nice. Back to temple. Well, that was a rather interesting experience. Has anyone else had a bit of fun since the Flash?
Just the light. I'll be
Does it look like anything's different in the temple?
Not really.
Would that gentleman resemble the statue?
He does.
Would I have noticed? No, I guess I wouldn't have. Never mind. I'm trying to figure out if I was him in this memory. But I can't tell if he had blue hair because he was golden. And I don't think he had any other distinguishing... Would he have any other distinguishing marks I'd recognize from being in that child?
That sounds bad.
I was gonna say, I said it, and I was like, oh god. From being the child?
Nothing specific that you could put together.
Would I have noticed? Okay. No, I guess I wouldn't have. Never mind. I was good. I'm trying to figure out. I will. I'll go up to the statue again. Ooh. What would I have?
Can I ask a question before you
Are you
do
gonna ask
anything?
Carpion, or is this out of
No, this would be 2 carp.
Yeah.
Like as Archie 2 carp. What the fuck? Any idea what's going on?
Oh well, yes. Our friend here. I point at the statue. Is like
One of the
deemed
4?
me. Yes. He deemed me quite the interesting fellow. It seems he may have a hand in these flashes of visions I've been getting of our old pal Raikiri.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna look at the cane. Give a little polish.
That's new.
The cane is very, very fancy looking.
Now, define fancy. Are we talking gem encrusted? Are we talking gold? Are we talking some specific type of metal? Talk to me here, Dad. Like, are we talking Mr. Stick back here? What do we got?
My fanciful rapier just became this fanciful cane. So I was imagining all of the filigree and such from the handle on there, just like, bam, check out this fancy ass fucking.
You
Trying to
would
think what I
notice
would have
also
on.
ingrained,
Hmm?
like along the cane, is the word "amazing" on it.
Mm.
In what language?
Common.
Awesome.
Cool. Now, Tim,
When I
continue
sit there
with
and I
what
see
you
that,
were
I'm like,
saying.
ha, my friend. I was like, oh yes, the one of the four. He seems to have deemed me interesting enough. Appears he has a. They have a set of trials for me to meet the big man. I will take out one of my fanciful knickknacks. Whatever has just been. Actually, Archie, did you carve me anything nice? I could have sworn someone gave me something.
I thought I gave you something that was bone, but I don't recall what I made you that was bone.
Well, I'm going to grab something fanciful from my collection, and I'm going to leave it as an offering on his little shrine there. Maybe, perhaps a ring or something, just...
Alright.
Just, not quite sure what the traditional offering for these folk would be, so... Kind of, a recognition of I visited. But it seems they have a bit of adventure planned for us as well. Appears they want us to investigate the rest of their temples. Our next foe should be quite the tricky one, hidden away in the next temple. Oh boy. Amazing. Just kind of whisper, not whisper it, just say it gently to myself while reading the cane. One day, old boy. One day.
When you read the word as you're like looking at the cane and thinking about it, it does turn back into the sword.
If I didn't know better, I'd say he was the tricky one.
That's fucking dope. Because Archie's just like over Corp's shoulder now. Like that's cool. It's pretty neat.
Turns it to writing this down.
Did you read it out loud, or were you beneath
I
you?
read it. Yeah, I read it out loud. Ha. Well, good to know. Perhaps we have afforded ourselves a little sanctuary in this place. Perhaps we should look around and see if they've offered us any more assistance in our quest. But I don't believe we are in any immediate danger. He seemed rather forthcoming. There's a look at Vicora. I was like, have you seen any of these, Miss Vicora?
Before that, Vicora would just be by the front door, like just looking out in case. Would anyone have been with her during that time?
I'm sure one of us would have been to do buddy system a lot.
Come. Hello.
Yeah.
I would have.
Johnny.
All right, well,
Yeah, Toby was still by the front door.
Yep.
so there's a man who just
Oh boy.
casually walking up to the temple.
I'll
Nothing
say
special
amazing
about
once
this
more.
one.
Still.
Sorry. Just gonna put the cane. I'm gonna put it back in cane form just so it doesn't
I'm
give
gonna-
anything away.
Put the amulet in my hand and just be ready just in case. It's like,
I guess I wouldn't know about this man, so I will wait.
Is he walking towards us? Is he looking about? What's...
Well, he is walking towards you. He does see you.
Okay.
Vikora seems like puzzled. Like she knows who this is, but like is forgetting in the moment. And then like in an instant just she is visually terrified of the man as he slowly as he just walks towards the temple.
Now that's a... now that's a close enough. What are you doing here? See if I can do an intimidation check on that.
Do I hear that?
He does stop walking when you speak.
I wasn't being quiet or subtle at that, so whoever's within
I'll
earshot of me.
Stealth.
make my way towards the door when I hear there's a ruckus,
20 for
Same here.
stealth.
while turning it back into the cane just to not draw attention to it. I'll message Toby what seems to be the bother out there.
I'll give him the information that Vikora, there's someone out here with us, and Vikora is visibly distraught.
Garbulon will perk up. He'll walk outside and says, "You dirty dog, you. I can smell those mutts on you from miles away. Pull that hood down."
Who's that towards?
Towards the person approaching.
You
Take a
will-
stab, baby.
Oh, you
No.
no.
Did I guess right?
Huh?
Did I guess right at the old man?
He's thinking it's our
He's
shadow
thinking it's
friend
Jonas.
from
Jonah,
yeah.
Jonah.
No.
It's
no.
not Jonah.
Not Jonah.
would you like to take that back?
If I'm allowed to, I'll say I come out and I'll come and look for myself because he's gonna think it might be Jonah, but I get if there's anything that's like that's not his size or he'll hesitate. You're like, oh, hello.
Do any of us recognize the person?
No. Not on the phone.
I was gonna say, damn, if you hit us with that too, I'm like, cut you, William, you. Trying to think outside the box.
Well, the guy hasn't. Yeah, this is out of game. The guy hasn't really shown any aggression. That's why I'm not actually summoning Cord Call.
Get new name.
I'm just gonna ready a dagger. I don't know how I did for stealth, but I'm not gonna attack until this man makes a move against my party.
Have you come for worship, old man?
No, on the contrary, I believe you are the ones I'm looking for. Corvus spoke very highly of your skills yesterday. I
Who?
figured I'd come and meet you all for myself.
Oh my. Would that happen to be a pink-haired whippersnapper?
Yeah, I was about to say, is that Pinky?
Did he not introduce himself when he encountered you yesterday?
encountered. More like
Unfortunately
aggressive.
not. I was trying to have a polite conversation, but he did not seem to want a spot of tea.
Seems to be a little grumpy.
I think he was more
You-
fed up with whatever occurred yesterday than anything.
All he did was say hi.
You seem to be a bit more amenable.
He's the
Are
one who
you
blew 2 giants on us.
on a? Are you looking for us for conversation? I do
Of
have quite a
course.
bit of stories I can tell you.
No need for this to get violent. You can all put your weapons down. I'm not here to fight. Now, I am aware of what your grouping has done to the Freeds. Don't really care. The two of them are beneath the status quo. I don't have any. They will have no compassion for me from the way they handle business.
Well, I appreciate your candor in that situation. Can I insight to see if he's just trying to kind of put us at ease, or if he,
Ulterior motives, old boy.
yeah,
All that.
is he trying to calm us down a little bit before he fucks us up or something?
Go for it.
Can I impose advantage?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm on the wall behind him.
He's just like tapping me. Hey. Let's see. What's my doohickey there? All right. Oh, thank God for fucking halfling, eh? So dirty 20.
It does seem like he's here on business, not to talk.
Okay. Yeah, not to cause a ruckus. Okay. Well, is he wearing similar robes to the Freeds?
No.
Okay.
This man is. Yeah, before I do this.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Oh, of course. How rude of me. Forgot to introduce myself. I am Athan Humetial, councilman of Straga.
My.
Backing
Will Alderman?
all the way up. I'm gonna give Carp the deuces, tap on the shoulder, piece the fuck out. Hide.
Straga, that's the
Central
That's the-
City.
the central city.
Yes.
Oh my. What an honor. I'll approach him, I'll be within friendly distance and give him a little bow. I was like, of course, I am Carpulon the Magnificent, soon to be the Amazing. And this is my band of friends and travelers. What brings your interests to focus on us?
Well, to keep this simple, I suppose a short story is in order.
Well, I do love my
To-
shows.
The individual you encountered yesterday, Corvus, he is the younger brother of Thomas Freed. The man that you all dealt with a time ago. He was expecting you to be scouring these caves, looking for things. How he came across this information is a mystery to me, and I don't really care, but the main reason I'm here are those swords that those despicable creatures he conjured up to to assist him. Those were stolen from my personal inventory, from my personal arsenal. And to put this bluntly, I'd like them back.
Well, my friend, they did rather inconvenience us a great bit. One of our more sickly members was inconvenienced quite a number of times in way of dying. I think perhaps this was a just reward for our efforts. But perhaps if you had something to trade, we may be willing to discuss. I'll sit by like a rock or whatever the hell, and pull out my flask and some cups and offer him a little bit of Mog's brew. But what brings the significance to these weapons particularly?
They belonged to me, and they were stolen. Would you not want stolen items returned to you if they were taken from you?
Well, yes, I suppose, but I may bring it up with the individual who stole them in the first place.
Oh, he will be dealt with in time, but for now, I'm not going to trust him to get them back for me. The last thing we need in this world is more unneeded violence. The world's already fucked as it is.
Yes.
We're trying to fix it.
As are we. We seem to be aligned in this goal, if not anything else.
Does Pinky usually steal from people in Straga? Or is this new behavior?
When you begin to talk, he just looks at you. This look on his face just comes over, goes away relatively quickly. Just, huh?
What kind of look?
Confused.
Are you wearing a particular face currently, Wit?
I'm still in my rosy.
Okay. Was it just in case you were like, oh, I'm on fire? Like.
No, because I mean, I wouldn't have my wings out because we're not really in combat and there's nothing to jump over. But I'd definitely be in rosy because of stealth mode if we needed to go into it.
Yeah, but he's a high up dude, I imagine.
Yeah.
You see, right? Well,
yeah.
I don't know because it's a racial feat to change your visage, not magical, but. But either way, if he's higher up,
But he seemed more inquisitive about it, so that's good.
Yeah, as soon as he said the world's fucked, I'm going to turn around and slowly start making my way back toward the doorway. That caught Archie's attention like a fucking train going off the tracks. Oh yeah, shit just got real.
Well, of course, I would never be as rude as to deprive someone of their treasured possessions. But you must understand, we feel perhaps we need a bit of compensation for our troubles that your man has caused us down here.
would you vet other feet?
I suppose such things. Such a thing is doable. Did you have a certain form of compensation in mind?
Well, are certain individuals would be deprived of weapons, so perhaps a replacement for them. And I have been very intrigued with your city and its lustrous history. I am a man of stories myself, you see. Perhaps a tour? We hear you're quite exclusive, but you seem to be a man of some power. So you may be able to afford such a luxury.
How does this dude look? Like, does he look clean? Does he look dirty? Is there any dirt on the man considering where we are currently?
Spotless.
Yeah, he looks spotless, yeah.
Okay.
And is he in finery, or is he like dressed down to not draw attention?
He is wearing very uncommon clothing, like more or less a press shirt, which is not common at all
Yeah.
here.
Huh.
Like very like
Remember, that is all.
Perhaps give us a moment to confer, see what they feel they'd be willing to accept to part with such rather remarkable items. I will say myself, you do have quite an eye for weapons and magical items. I will give a nod to our big boys, Toby and Mog, to kind of stand by, or I guess to Toby to stand by, and I will just go off to the side with
Everybody else?
Archie's at the castle. Yeah.
Like,
So
I'm
let's,
literally
just
just
get into-
ducking behind the
okay, whatever.
doorway out of his line of sight. But this is,
Yeah.
like, I had a method to the madness, because, out of game, he is spotless. Press the digitate.
Yeah.
Come out of the
Oh, yeah,
shadows. Own up. Library.
I will come by and prestidigitate you while we discuss. But
Thank
yeah, for Mog and Wit, I'm sure you guys heard the conversation. We've been having it in the open in front of everyone.
I'll quietly ask, how do we know that it's actually...
We don't. We're playing fucking Russian roulette right now.
Well, I meant, like, because I'm kind of asking if he had, if Carp had a read on him, like, do you
He
think
seems
that
to
it is,
be-
or is just some dude who knows that Pinky had these swords?
He seems to be on the up and up.
I mean, a replacement would be great, but honestly, if it saves us from having an unnecessary battle and the bonus of seeing Straga, that might be worth it. Either way, whatever you see feels best. If you
Big
think
man.
I'm lying.
Yeah. So the big man, have you grown too accustomed to your new blade, or would you be willing to do a trade?
So it is rude that you didn't answer me.
Ooh. Is Justy alive? I know he was super tired.
Justin, you there?
Nope. Just Egon!
Do the Irish goodbye and Egon. While we wait for Mog, I'll be like, but it is odd that he kind of just didn't answer. Class thing, or think he was confused? I mean, you are a bit more polished than I am.
What do you mean?
Because I asked if the woman typically stole, and he just looked at me and didn't answer.
Well, perhaps he was taken aback by your tremendous beauty.
Oh, metamancy. Oh, metamancy's so real.
I
gotta go
didn't-
pee.
I was gonna say I didn't say anything.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
thinking it.
trying to alleviate
Oh,
her
Oh, karma.
twitchy, gonna throw a dagger at this dude.
I have many sweet words.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll try. When I tap my friends, I will also prestidigitate to kind of clean them up a bit, knowing, well, this man is, I don't want us to look like schlubs.
Okay, out of game. Because you said that, I totally wanted to pull a Caleb and just grab the turkey. And I'm like, obviously that's going to that instant thought.
Oh my god.
But it seems to be. I'll turn back to the gentleman. It seems we are on the same page with a bit of a trade. My young friend over there is quite a bookworm, and was very, very intrigued with your city. Out of game. Would I know? So, Councilman, he's on the High Council. That's the governing body. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to remember the structures. Okay.
Hang on.
They have a council. Yeah. But
One
he's not
question on that.
the tiebreaker dude, right? The one who's chief of the council or whatever?
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I have a question about Archie
fair.
and what Archie would know. Do I know how many people sit on this council, or is that something that I would have only just started to breach while researching at the Institute?
Who's on the Tal'Dorei Council, guys?
Information about the inner workings of Strago is very, very hard to come by.
Okay.
Even though they didn't have
That's
much.
fair.
We
I
wouldn't know.
just wanted to ask. Like, I have no idea about security measures aside from they're armed to the teeth, right?
Right.
Cool. Thanks, Dad. Know thy enemy.
Out of game, did we know why you're so interested in Straga? I know we all kind of went Straga when we were in the Institute,
Strago.
but I don't
Um,
actually know what, like, besides there's an amazing library and that they're very heavily armed, I can't remember why.
So they were
Demon
the
Lord.
site. Yeah, they were the site where the Demon Lord was imprisoned, and people have tried to come by and knock him out of the imprisonment. So that's why they are extreme isolationists.
So,
But are
I
they like
also-
no magic area or?
No, they're pretty versed in magic, I think. But they accept all religions. It's you know everyone has kind of an equal footing there on that, but they're just like, yo, you gotta like obey what we're doing here because we got an important task to look after this demon lord.
so
I
after...
also want to check with Vicora, perhaps in a message if we're too loud. I'll ask, do you know this gentleman?
As he's doing that, Archie's just gonna kind of like fangirl fake squee, but make it believable, like, "Ah!" and be like, okay, so you're from Strago. How does all of this shit work? Like, as Carp would talk at the group, I am talking at this man right now. Like, again, where Carp was, give or take, but, like, how does this shit work? Is there anything that you can tell me? Like, I'm just curious. I want to know more because there doesn't seem to be anything anywhere. Why?
Start with Vicora though.
We'll start with Archie. Information is a dangerous thing to pass around.
That's fair.
We try to keep things low so that we don't get caught off guard. The last thing we need is another incredibly powerful being being resurrected to ruin the world even more than it already is. We don't need another rot of the world to happen again.
Is there a way to permanently do away with him?
Not that we have found.
Appreciate that.
Said
In
Archie
return,
was a saint.
I'm Archie. Information is power. It is nice to make your acquaintance, and I'll do a little bow. And then I will, kind of stop yapping. Say that I appreciate his candor. And, kind of just stand silently, looking around the chasm. Like, taking in the architecture, you know, turning my back at certain points.
Well, while you're doing that, he does kind of just. Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Babe.
He.
Sean, go wake up Chester.
Yeah, I'm heading over to the next room.
Or mute his mic.
You know, I thought I heard snoring on the mic before, but I wasn't sure.
So as Archie goes to like turn around, just hold on.
Put a dog on him.
Your hair.
Ow!
Don't let him. Wake up.
Wake up.
Yes.
He asked you a question in game. Chime in.
I love that it's coming through Justin's mic too.
I've been trying to get him up.
I appreciate that. Come on. You can use your words.
The question was.
The question.
We're trying to trick. So the guy
They asked
who's
you a
in charge,
question.
the guy in charge of the big isolationist city that we were trying to poke about, or one of the guys on the council. Turns out, Pinky stole those swords from him.
Oh wait, Tim, don't even bother. He fell like asleep.
Oh, I'm here.
Your swords were stolen from that dude's boss. The boss came. He wants it back. He said he's amenable to a trade.
Amenable to a trade.
So we were asked if we would be
Willing to give up the
bring
sword.
them back for either.
Oh,
The weapon.
sword. Oh, that's a tough one.
Well, he was trying to get us a new weapon and access to the city that no one can get access to, like a tour and like the library. So we were.
Not promised of that.
Yeah, he didn't mention anything
No,
about
I
that
said
part
that's
yet.
what Carp is
But
trying.
he did. Yeah, he did
Yeah.
say he would replace the weapons.
Anyway,
I don't know if he agreed with anything anyway, but you were not here, so we kind of just went on to find out if he's amenable to anything, and he just stopped to ask Archie about his hair. I think you were starting to say.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
This, and I'm gonna point to the like half faded black and blonde mess. Yeah. What the color? The lack of color? He's like, bitch, your roots are showing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm thinking about letting it come in now. I think it's time to brush off the facade.
Oh yeah, because we found out a while ago that like you're technically a blonde, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Season 2, kind of, we started to learn after I talked to
Interesting that
Loki.
he's in the hair though.
Yep. Speak with animals.
Oh yeah, I don't know why he dyes it. Yeah, I remember now.
Uh-huh.
It just doesn't look like it was done properly. What is... How do you go about doing this?
It's a lot of dye. It is a lot of clothing dye and a lot of stick your head out in the sun. You'll notice that Archie is like two-tone. Like the rest of him is pale, but there's plenty of color up here. It's to cake the dye into the hair.
Oh my god.
That's incredibly unhealthy.
Yeah, that's why.
As soon as Archie finishes his statement, Toby just turns back at him from just kind of keeping an eye on our visitor, and like just a look of dumbfoundedness right at Archie.
I had a -2 con mod for a reason, guys.
I was gonna say, you didn't get over a sickness. You're stinking poisoning yourself, you dope.
Common sense isn't so common, guys.
So, the man is going to just snap his fingers and your hair changes to its natural color.
I'm fucking horrified now. You'll see my kind of like, okay, this is alright, to, okay, I am completely aware of the situation.
He has a new token for him.
Huh.
Now, how the hell did prestidigitation not like wipe away some of that caked in crap? I said some, not all. Maybe that's why it's
This is it took time.
Because that's intentional.
Yeah.
It would.
It wasn't just dirt; it was intentionally done.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think that looks much better on you, if you ask me.
I'm gonna kind of do the, like, hang on, wait, I actually have something for this. Hang on.
Say,
Does it have
the tight smile, like,
Just kinda do the
oh, that's
swoosh-
really cool of you.
swoosh it out.
Well, it's not permanent. Unless you want it to be. I was just curious as to what it would look like. I think it looks better.
I appreciate the compliment. I like it. What do you guys think? Turns to the group.
Looks good.
Seems to
and
fit your
We
seems
can.
to fit your brighter outlook on life that you've acquired.
Why blonde?
That was his original hair color that he's been covering with.
Yeah. I've
Clothing
been
dye.
caking
Yeah.
clothing dye into my hair, which is where
He's been
like
poisoning
the
himself.
the canon reason for Archie having a -2 con mod at the start of this campaign.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I said looks good and it's not making you sick, so that's a double bonus. My book.
Oh, wait, one moment. Okay, out of game. Ethan Humedial?
Yeah.
Okay. In game. Sir Ethan Humedial, if you would kindly, I don't know at what expenditure, or favor for favor, because nothing in this world is free. This would cost. But if you would kindly, I would very much appreciate it being its original color.
As in, say something.
Original as in this, or the dye you had
No,
before?
this is much preferable.
No, that is his original hair color. As we see it now, as platinum blonde as it is, that is the original hair color, according to the little mouse that's somewhere on his person.
You'll see him kind of like skitterishly poke his head out and then just duck back in.
I promise even the rat is clean. I insist on it.
It's a mouse.
You'll hear him squeak.
Did I say mouse or rat?
I
don't
said
know,
rat.
but he said rat. Tim says rat. It's a Maoist.
It's a mouse.
It's Howis. You say Maoist.
This is-
How
After you
careless
use
of me to
space
misuse
and
my words.
and your hair goes back to normal. He kind of like water bends the dye out.
Bruh.
It doesn't. It doesn't really hurt. It's like he's not. He's not trying to hurt you. Like it takes like a minute. And it's just like this black ball of tar that he's just holding in his hand when it's done.
Dude, he pulled a Lucifer from Constantine, but with my hair.
Yep.
Gonna rip out all that cigarette tar you've been smoking, so you gotta stay on this earth longer.
I love that, by the way.
That was
just-
fucking-
I use that as a comparison for shit all the time. Where I'm just like, it just pulls it and rips the just tar out.
Yep.
We'll have to look at that scene at some point. Do you feel any better? Cause my goodness.
Well, it'll definitely feel better when, you know, the rest of anything passes, but I already feel lighter.
Surprised Rara didn't attack you with her waterbending skills.
We can discuss that after we deal with this gentleman's business. Now, can't
wh-
we?
While all of that is going on, yeah, I'll be having my
Yeah.
mental
Vicora.
conversation.
So. What did you ask her?
If she knows this man, or why she tensed up.
Not directly, but all I know is that he's quite capable. Whether the talks of power are simply of his position or of his skills, I'm not certain. But I'd rather not find out if we don't have to.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, oh, she also noticed him come by the tribe and fuck shit up. Yeah, suppose I'll go back to him and say, tell me, old boy, was it just the Freed brothers that have an issue with the drow that live here, or is it a shared not preference, or is it a shared prejudice in your town? One seeked to redeem them from their perceived uncleanness, and one was eradicating them. Seemed rather personal.
Yes, the death of his brother really did change old Corvus's outlook on life. He's pretty unrecognizable from how he was before. Not exactly fond of it myself.
So it's been acquired.
I'm not going to go out of my way just attacking people unless they give me a reason to. But most of the other people I work with see it differently.
Okay. A town of varying opinions, and I can respect this. Though I was not fond of their opinion.
And I wasn't very fond of their practices. I'm not exactly fond of Freed's foolish transmigrations. All they result in is taking awful people and making them worse.
Well, perhaps there are a few gems within the rough. We should not toss the entire baby out with the bathwater, as it were. My companion here. Wait, hold on. Before I draw attention to her, is she trying to not be seen?
She's staying out of this.
Okay, so then I will not draw attention to her. If she was standing out in the open, I was going to point to her, but I've grown rather fond of those I got to speak to. Well, those who were not already subscribed to a way of thinking. Does he have a holy symbol on him?
No.
Okay.
Yes, the one you keep around does seem rather well behaved. You've done a wonderful job training that one.
Gonna grit my teeth a little. No training required, you see, my friend. It's all about the individual. As I'm sure you wouldn't want us judging all of you from Stragos by the brothers Freed. They seem to have been trained rather poorly.
When I can. I have no idea what religion exists there, do I? Or
It's a
lack thereof.
council. It's a mishmash. They do a lot of things. That's why there's a council. They each
Because they
are not
don't
allowed
give a
to
fuck.
overlap each
It's
other.
just they just let it be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
'Cause they're concerned
specifically
with
make
hierarchy.
sure
Okay.
that other ones don't fuck with the other ones. So there can't be like a dominant one that fucks everyone up.
The
Yeah,
questions. Okay.
I have that right, Rule?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, I want to make sure I was remembering that correctly. Because that's what, like, drew some appeal for Carpulon, at least, was like, oh, shit. Like, hey, do what you want, but, like, fucking behave.
But I have seen my fair share of good ones alongside them.
So, stupid question.
In or out of game?
Specify. Please, Jesus.
I'm gonna DM this to Tim before I even fucking open my mouth. Tell your story, Will.
We have had our fair share of individuals who devote themselves to our cause, of the Drow descent that we deem useful enough to keep around. I'm well aware of the individual named Creon that has met up with you a time ago.
Yes, rather rambunctious individual.
Definitely unique. That was in my head, not out loud. Filter.
Oh, I was going to get there, Scott. I was going to
Okay,
get
alright. I'm like,
I'm
meet me
sorry.
halfway, Dad. Okay, got it.
there.
Cool.
I'm trying to suss it out a little before I
Yeah,
get to that
cool.
point.
Cool.
Yeah.
I do have one question. Sir Ethan, if I may.
You may.
Are you familiar with the Raven Queen? Just a simple yes or no will do.
Oh, I'm quite familiar with her tale. Why do you ask?
Two reasons. Intrigue and causality.
Well, like you mentioned before, things have their prices, and I'm afraid that story is a bit on the lower, a bit more on the exclusive side. But I believe I found my bargaining chip for getting my weapons back, if it means that much to you.
You said intrigue and what?
Causality.
Thank you.
Wait,
If that
Scott, what did you
information
say?
is that valuable to you, how about this? One of my swords for that information. I really don't feel like fighting today.
Mog, if you need a weapon, I will offer mine.
I'll no. I was gonna say I'll offer mine because at least
That would be up to Archie if he wants to accept this deal.
I'm
Wait,
saying
Archie,
if
what
he
did you
just
ask?
wants to give this up, I will give mine up, assuming that's the agreement. Up
Like-
to Archie because I can do ranged attacks, even.
Yeah.
Essentially, how the Raven Queen, if the Raven Queen impacts anything in their society, and essentially to what degree, because if he knows and he's a high-ranking member, okay, this is all out of game. If he knows and is a high-ranking member of this council, okay, that means that he has certain information because he led with information is key. That is absolutely true. The more you know, the more of a threat you become. So, he knew where to find us, or at least sent people, possibly, who knew where to find us. Possible outpost situation because, everybody, again, coming back to information is key, needs a place to hide sometimes. So,
I'm gonna come up behind Archie, put my hand on his neck. Oh, come now, young one. We mustn't be too hasty here.
yeah, I
I
wasn't going to try
certainly
to
can
barter with him
appreciate-
or anything,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm like,
Perhaps sweetening the pot, I'll message Archie. Do we still have Freed's journals?
I think we took
Uh,
everything and ran.
I think we put that in the bag of everything. We didn't give it to anybody.
Because I know initially we put the book back.
Yeah, but do we have?
No,
No, we did end up taking it on the
killed
way
it,
out.
we went back and grabbed everything out of the library.
Yeah.
that we could.
But did we leave that at the institute, or would we have that somewhere, either on our person or at town?
I think that was something we hid from Jonah. That and the
Yeah,
map
that
of
and the
teleportation circles.
Yeah, we didn't give it to him because that technically wasn't an actual mission. That was a thing to help Jonah, I think.
And Jonah didn't say shit.
Jonah wasn't in the room because he couldn't be there. The glyphs make him sick.
It's like you see, we may be able to trade some information here. We've acquired the notes of Thomas Freed, that may be of some use for you to kind of help quell the insubordination that seems to be growing in your ranks.
Or political ongoings. Because
On the side here, I'm talking about the dummy ledger, not the dummy, but like the cleaned
Oh,
up
okay,
one.
the forged one. Okay, not the actual little black book. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the cleaned up one. I'm offering that up to him to answer Archie's question. But if we are quite an inquisitive group, perhaps giving us citizenship to your city, allowing us to peruse your libraries.
Maybe even a strict visa, even if it's with armed guards. I promise. I just want to look at the shiny books.
It
And
may
then you'll
be
see Loki poke his
beneficial-
head out like, I just want to read.
It may be beneficial to both of us to ally ourselves in our towns, as we seem to be on the same goal.
At least partially. There it is.
I'll offer a sword and the one book, or the entry. The potential entry, yeah. The entry and then the answer to his question.
Entrance into the city is strictly prohibited.
Even
Good.
under your watch. Because you came down here yourself. So this must mean something integral to you, aside from weapons. May I ask you something? What is it that you are after? What is it that you, Ethan, want?
How is it that you are trying to repair the world?
I don't have any other grand motive or anything like that. I'm a man who was stolen from and just simply wants his things back. That is all.
Insight check.
Oh no, I didn't hit him on that one yet.
Ooh. Ooh.
There's no chance of us being able to enter the city, my friend. Just so out of game, so I don't keep hammering on it. If it's like, dude, you're not getting that.
Nope. I know diddly shit. That's a 4. I rolled a 6, and I have a -2 to insight. Seems legit.
I cannot allow you access to the city itself. That is not happening.
Fair.
If not the city itself, would you be willing to make a middle point where we can request books to peruse at our leisure outside of the walls?
Or bring a request to whoever can grant access.
Yes.
Is there a way to gain citizenship?
Yeah. How can we get citizenship to it or get access to their libraries of knowledge?
Like, he could literally take everything about the Demon Lord off the fucking shelves. I don't give a shit. Like, I just want to know about, like, their social structure, where everything started, why it started, blah, 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 blah. Like, all of it. Because if they've remained a mystery to the rest of the world for this long, they're doing something right. I.e. the Institute in Fallout 4.
Gaining citizenship to the city is not something that we do.
Oh.
The only way you get in is if you're bored there. Other than that, not a chance.
Well, that certainly deflates my sails a bit. Well,
At a game, though, we're also using the word citizenship. I don't know if that actually matters. As opposed to visitation.
you'd only be able to enter it if you were a citizen, and you would only get citizenship by being born there.
Okay, thank you
Harsh.
for clarifying.
Well, I was hoping with the death of Thomas Freed, there may be an opening for another member of your town, but I see. You seem to be a man of great importance. Are you the high chair of the council?
That I cannot share.
Can I insight that? Oh, no, because that wouldn't necessarily tell me either way. Okay. Well, if you have an errand boy, perhaps is there a way we can contact you for requests from your library? Surely the books are not held to the same standards of remaining within the walls.
What a fixation on knowledge. Simply just ask me what you want to know, and we'll see how it goes. We don't need a middleman. We can just do this right here.
Okay, what do you know of Raikiri?
Fuck. Fuck.
You see, we've been traveling for quite some time in the underground here, trying to spread the goodwill and teach them a new way of living. And these temples have been quite grand. We have found these, and your people have been inhabiting some others we couldn't quite discern who they were meant to be for. So, what's the interest in those cathedrals, and what significance does Raikiri have for your people? Hit him with a 1-2 punch of these temples.
Dude, you 1-2 punch? You just fucking straight up liar's handshake the bitch. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, good. I thought I was the only one that noticed that.
Like, ugh.
I don't suppose this information would be worth one of my swords, would it be? Just one.
Would we be able to call on you for questions in the future?
Well, I would be coming back to get my other sword at some point. But for now, I'm happy to just take the one, if that's what it takes.
Okay. We'll establish a good relationship, build it on. We'll trade this sword to you for your time today. I'll have whoever is offering the sword approach, but wait for the answer before.
I'll be errand boy. Straight up, I'll be errand boy. He did this for me. I'll do this for him.
I don't think you can touch it.
Yeah, no, you can't touch
Don't
nothing.
touch it.
Mog, are you even here? Because you didn't answer me.
He's probably
He said he
passed
was
out
willing to.
again, and I'm gonna have to go
It's
inside and
no,
sleep.
I'm here.
He said he'd be willing to offer it.
Oh, you messaged me. Okay, I didn't see the message. That's why.
Well, yeah, because we couldn't. You kind of got half conversated.
So much. Everything all at once, all at the same time.
Oh, okay, okay. Alrighty, I see.
Alright, so do you want to keep yours?
Yeah, that's fine then. If it's not really gonna affect you too
No, that'll be
much.
fine.
Okay,
So if
that's fine.
when Carp gives me the yeah, we're good, I'll lock mine, which is the ice one.
Yeah.
Up to what's his name? I'm also gonna keep an eye on his reaction as I get closer. I want to see what that look was, or if it was just a and now I'm no longer of interest.
Which sword did you have?
She had the ice one.
Because I'm already fire resistant, so I might as well go with the cold.
Doesn't really. I mean, he seems pleased that he's getting one of his swords back. Other than that, nothing specific you can gauge from his reaction.
I would want my stolen property back too. Especially if it was as cool as this thing seemed to be. Yeah.
Handing him the sword?
Yeah, I'm offering it to him, nicely, not like stab. No, like
Sneak attack, sneak attack.
Don't tempt Archie.
I mean, and again, this is only after Carp kind of gave the we're square deal. Go ahead, kind of look.
So you give him the sword. He doesn't seem like he physically reacts to touching it at all. Is it just the effect seems like they're very minor to him? You're aware of what the sword does.
Yeah.
I'll kind of smirk and then go back to where I was if he didn't say anything else.
Quite the resilient man.
He does say something to you in a language you don't understand.
Fuck.
Oh, has it been? Oh, how long does that last?
Okay. God motherfucking damn it.
Hold on, hold on. How long do you? So that's an hour. Yeah. Has this all been within an hour that we went into the temple, and the flash and everything? Because I should have comprehend language up.
I only have common, halfling, and thieves.
Does that work for spoken?
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
He just said thank you. That's all he said.
Since I don't know that he knows what he said, I'll be like, I'm sorry? Did you say something?
Oh, you don't.
Just the niceties, dear.
Oh. Oh.
Very interesting. You're a curious one.
Am I?
I'm gonna ask this. Can you see her? Like, not her.
I'm gonna give you the biggest fucking look.
Well, of course I can see her. She's standing right in front of me.
Fair. I'm gonna squint narrowly, and I'm gonna squint narrowly at her like... Okay.
What language was it, if I may ask?
Oh, just a little primordial. Just, I said thank you for my weapon.
Ah, you know, I picked up.
You're welcome.
I picked up a little primordial myself when we ran into these tiny, almost monkey baby firelings. Ah. They were quite cute, but if you got too close, they had a tendency to erupt.
Sounds fun.
Archie's just looking at his hand.
But yes. What seems to be your interest in the cathedrals and your relationship with Raikiri?
Well, Raikiri and his clergy were the ones that were the originals that dealt with the demon lord that has plagued our minds for the minds of our citizens for the past few centuries. We figured just perhaps they know something about this individual that we don't. Maybe a way that we can finally be rid of him permanently.
That's quite interesting.
I'm so curious because like out of game it sounds like something that's like Staff of Nightmares from Skyrim, where it's like it's regardless, his presence is so strong and his magic is so old that he's just inherently evil and plaguing nightmares and shit.
Yeah, even though he's trapped, he's still seeping his evil out.
Damn, bro. No wonder why it's so exclusive.
Passed.
What was that?
How did the torch get passed to them? Did the Raikiri's clergy fail to keep watch over him and he just gained power, or did they physically transfer him?
Why did your people have to take the mantle? What happened to his clergy?
And are you descendants from him?
We're not really certain about that part. Still all remains a mystery to us. What we do know is that they did have some help from some high-ranking demonic folk. For even they had their issues with the way this demon lord ran things. They wanted him gone as much as they did.
But he escaped, correct?
Escape is an interesting way to put it. He just simply appeared in the mortal plane one day and just claimed that the world belonged to him. Sure, all that garbage, and people came and put an end to it after enough time had passed.
And that's your people? Or do you mean the original?
That would be Raikiri and his clergy.
Yeah, I meant change over from Raikiri's clergy to you guys. Did he escape in between?
He has not escaped since he was defeated by them.
Awesome. Okay. I understand better now.
If he had, you would have certainly known about it by now. We probably wouldn't have a continent to stand on if he did.
Well, at a game, I thought that he had been recaptured by the people currently. The Strygos. I misunderstood the history.
I'm gonna grab Archie, or I'm gonna have Archie fork over his sketchbook and show what I had him sketch out of the town from my dream.
Gladly. And as I'm going to happily open the book to the page. Feel free to peruse. And not to be insensitive, and as he receives the book, I don't know how. I'm gonna sound indecent here, and I'm gonna look him in the eyes as I say it. What are you? I'm a halfling, but what are you?
You can't just ask people why they're white.
I disagree.
It's a Mean Girls reference, Scott.
It's a rather odd question. I'm clearly human.
Well, okay. But sometimes things aren't always as they seem. Unless somebody said something, you probably wouldn't know that I had a mouse on me. Or would you? Because no ordinary human would be a stranger in a strange land unless they were born there, right? So that means that your parents had to at least be one part human. But what does that make the other half?
I'm just staring at Archie.
Just curious. Didn't mean to strike a nerve.
He looks more confused at your questions than anything.
I like it.
He's not certain as to what kind of point you're trying to make here.
Just seeing what I can poke.
Closed the doors to Strygos after it became a city. People could have gone in and out before the area was claimed.
I'll then turn the notebook towards him and show him the picture of the structures that I saw in my dream. Do these look familiar to you?
Oh, can I insight check the human comment?
Sure.
I mean, it probably doesn't. You said he didn't know it. You said he didn't understand the question. Whatever, I'll roll it just in case. we get a +4. 18 and 4 is 22.
He's telling the truth.
Okay, I figured. Like, again, she didn't understand the question, but I'm like, just in case he was trying to hide the fact that, you know, he has celestial blood somewhere or something. I don't know. Continue, sorry.
Are you black stripes with yellow stripes, or yellow stripes with black stripes?
If red touches yellow, if red touches black.
Apologize for the very strange and rude comments and questions from my friends here.
Loki is visibly coming out and slaps Archie, and then goes right back under his shoulder pad.
As you can tell, they are very inquisitive about just about everything.
We're also in a cathedral.
Out of game? It's in the fucking book. Okay.
But yeah, does he recognize the structures from my dream?
These seem elven, old-fashioned. Other than that, I'm not too certain as to where this could be.
Yes. Okay. Well, I suppose the other part was, what significance are these cathedrals to you that the underlings have been hiding out in? Were they built to anyone in particular before they were taken over?
They were not taken over. We built them there ourselves.
Oh my.
Just to keep tabs on the residents, making sure they don't cause too much trouble.
Out of game, does he seem to be referring to the drow?
Yes.
Okay, double checking. Thank you.
We seem to be long forgotten. Have you given up on such a mission?
You too, Ken. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, this line of work is never quite done. And even when left unattended, there are contingencies.
I suppose you wouldn't be against us using these shelters for a similar purpose. Perhaps we can take our own approach to teaching them a new way.
Need more coffee.
Of course, your folk have more important matters to attend to. Well, because we've come to a pretty good understanding between each other. I hope today we can establish ourselves as friends, or maybe even allies.
Yes, I am well aware of the good you've brought to this place, to this continent. That city you've helped rebuild has been quite the work of art among the garbage landscape that is the upper the desert areas. It is good to see that you're heavy-handed in your rule sets, making sure keeping everyone useful, not making sure there's less destruction, more creation. Exactly what is needed in these times.
Of course. With that said, I trust we won't have any issues with more of your underlings and those of Stragos. We won't have to keep an eye out for assassinations or destruction of our town.
Your city is not one that we would go after. We have no reason to bring ruin to such a wonderful place that's been erected in those parts.
Oh my. Well, you see, we do have quite an open policy of our city. Quite the opposite of your hometown there, but feel free to stop in for a visit. We're always working to improve. Tell me, would you perhaps know who seems to be lingering in the remaining temples down here?
Not my area of expertise. I would not know.
Yes, of course. I suppose we'll have to venture on and see for ourselves. Algame, anyone else have any questions? I can't think of anything else to
ask or provoke this man about.
Yeah.
I can't find. Okay, out of game. I can't find out about the hierarchy. I can't find out about their, existential needs, because unless you're born there, you can't. Like, it's walled. So
we can't get in. He's willing to talk to us, but they are allowed to leave on certain missions and stuff. He knows and approves of our town. He approves of our efforts. It seems like, with the exception of rogue individuals like the Freed brothers, we shouldn't have to worry about getting jumped.
Out of curiosity, where did you get the swords? Well, not swords, scimitars, sorry.
Oh, just a couple of demons that I had to deal with on my own. The destruction they bring is not something that I can just sit by and let happen. That close to my city.
Makes sense. They were just so interesting. I didn't know if they had a larger history. Who crafted them or something.
Inquiry.
Okay, Dana.
If it's a craftsman of weapons you're looking for, perhaps stopping off near... There is a fire genasi. No, in the northeastern caverns, who is quite the craftsman. If it's powerful tools you're looking for, you might want to stop by his domain. Though I do warn you, he is a nasty bastard, and you might regret the stop.
You said the northeast caverns down here.
This one.
I was right. Haha.
What the fuck is okay? So what's
Wait,
blocking
take
my
me
mouse?
where I was looking down.
This guy.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. Ah.
I may
Yes,
not
yeah.
be able to know how everything is directly affected by, but would you at least be able to put my mind at somewhat of ease, if possible, and just tell me even the broadest scape of who your people follow, because it's driving me bonkers. Because you seem very well put together, and I can't imagine an entire city of individuals who are comprised half as well as you are. This is mind-boggling. No offense, Carp.
Well, I personally don't follow any deities or any of those beliefs.
I'll just like raise my glass like, mm-hmm.
There's a multitude of religions worshipped among the citizens. They are free to do what they wish, but within reason.
So, out of game, this isn't Tortuga. Like, we're not talking the Wild West, we're talking an actual, like, class of citizens that is, like, essentially Rhodes Scholars that are more or less trying to figure out how to get this demon fucker rid of permanently, is the TLDR.
Not everyone. But-
Fair.
Yeah.
I guess that would be an in-game question then. Is the council more leaning toward the redemption / resurrection of the Demon Lord? Or is it more against? If you can tell me. Because unlimited power has to be absolutely tempting. But on the other side of things, it's a calamity and something that needs to be dealt away with, in my opinion.
Power seeking is a cancer that we would rather not get involved in. Especially if the worsening of the world would be on the line of it. Too many fools go after power that costs a lot of people more than it's worth. Are you not familiar with the Rod of the World that happened about 2 centuries ago? It's what started everything that's been going on, that has been ruining the world since.
Would this be the great event in which Raikiri struck down many demon lords to help stem?
That was far before then. I'm referring to the return of Tiamat.
Hmm.
You wouldn't happen to be familiar on the subject, would you?
History check?
He puts his glass down and
I'm
says,
gonna say you've heard Carpulon talk about this
I was
enough.
gonna say, he talks nonstop about the people who know all about that.
Beautiful.
extensively.
I think Toby probably would have some insight as well with him being as old as he is.
Yeah, you got it.
for all of them.
So if Scott
Did
wants
your
to roll, I'll give him
town-
advantage on it.
I think he was just giving us the.
Yeah, he's just giving us the info. I'm good with knowing the info, man. Fuck that.
Because if we
Like,
didn't
free
know
is
by
free.
now, we do.
From a DM, free is free, man.
Did your town have a name before the rot that was not Stragos?
No, this town has always had that name. Even before the event had happened.
It's good to see, though much of the world has changed, at least you've been able to hold on to a slice of what was before.
Yes, the last thing the world needed was two rampaging tyrants destroying the world
Indeed.
at the same time.
Out of game, would I know what he's referring to?
The Demon Lord and Tiamat.
Thank you. Wait, so okay, this is still out of game because apparently I'm having issue with this timeline. When did this demon dude try to rise up?
Uncertain.
Sometime between now and when Tiamat was around.
Okay,
But,
so
but Tiamat was first.
No, this was first. Tiamat came after.
Yeah,
Oh, Tiamat came
Lord
after.
first, Tiamat, what, a couple hundred years after
My
the
bad.
fact?
okay. My timeline was intact. We're good.
Okay.
Sorry, brain died.
Oh, it is about that time, too.
Oh damn! I never ate one of my brownies.
So I have just one more quick one. Would you happen to have a friend named Marilyn?
Fucking.
Being a collector, I felt perhaps you had bumped into her once or twice.
Rub shoulders, maybe. She's killed me a couple times.
Yes.
I take it you don't mean literally.
I do. I do, matter of factly. I've met my matron twice so far.
Wait, weren't you just unconscious? We didn't revivify.
He's bleeding out.
Nearly.
Near death experience, whatever. Close enough.
She has quite the tendency to leave my friend on the brink.
Oh, I heard that would.
Yes, greedy demons would tend to act that way when you touch their toys.
Oh.
I'm aware of her presence around these parts, but she's an elusive one. Not much we can do about that.
Is she from yours? Like, is she from Strago?
No.
Oh. 'Cause...
We don't let demons walk around in our city.
Then
I
who would be
I'd
her blue friends that were running around with her?
Yeah, you might wanna, tighten security? I think that out of game. Didn't she mention that she went to Strago? Or came from Strago at some point?
Or I was having dealing with. That might have
think
been an assumption on our part that Strago is
Yeah.
the direct competition, or
I think I tried to get her to sneak us into Strago.
That that's what it might be. Cause I'm like, I could swear we had that conversation. Okay.
Yes, her blue friends have been quite a nuisance. Who might they be?
just more individuals that the world could do without. As far as I care, that's all they are.
Might their group have a name? They've been
Not that I would
seeking
know of.
us. Oh, interesting. Well, my friend, I'm sure you'd love to return to your libraries. I know I'm in need of quite a drink.
You'll see Archie just visibly frown.
Haven't
like,
you been
"Whoops."
drinking Mog's brew for like the last entire interrogation?
Oh, yes, but a real drink.
Whoa.
Well, I do suppose our conversing has gone on long enough. It's
May I
good
have
that
a-
it did not have to turn violent.
Well, yes. I prefer to make friends out of my enemies rather than rugs.
Yes, I would.
May I have a
Wait, we didn't have.
trinket or symbol of some kind to show that we are indeed friends, in case we come across these ne'er-do-wells again, the freed brother, Corvus.
Somebody in there.
Yeah.
Mindset.
Well, not everyone that from there shares my mindset, my open-mindedness. They're more prone to violence more often than not. The easiest way to avoid that is just simply stay away from the cathedrals.
Well, it seems that we will have you'll be hearing of us quite soon then. Yes.
Is there any way for us to send word to you? Should we find anything that might be of interest in regards to your demon problem? You never know. We end up in the most random places. Might stumble onto something that has the
Yes,
information you're looking
We'll
for.
definitely need to be able to contact you for discussions on this other trade.
Oh, I'll be in touch. You don't have to worry about that part.
Ooh, ominous.
Out of game, I can just see him asking if we're pooping.
You pooping?
Manners.
I said out of game.
Yeah.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like very anticipation.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to not have to fight people we don't need to fight.
Oh, if you plan on continuing to explore these caverns, I'm sure there's plenty of fights in your future. But I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But you're all capable. I'm sure you'll handle yourselves just fine. Just try to avoid killing them if you can. It's not easy to replace people like that.
Well, if you happen to run across people with open ears, maybe put the word out that we're not too bad to talk to. We'll try our best not to get in the way or badly hurt.
We'll do what we can.
Well, I didn't say not to hurt them. If they deserve it, give them a good thrashing, but
Well, I mean, like,
try to avoid killing them. Oh, feel free to kill Corvus if you ever see him again, though. I have rather tired of that child.
Is there a bounty? Curiosity.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm sure you'll find a reason.
Oh,
Without
reason aside, I mean, he attacked us, so I mean, you know, you give it to get it. That's the way it works on the street. That's the way it works with this man. But I digress.
I'm not paying you to kill a colleague of mine.
Would you know any leads
On?
Corvus? Like, I know probably
yeah.
down hereabouts, but any particular down here whereabouts?
You killed his brother, did you not?
So, scene of the crime, all that?
He's gonna be looking for us because we killed his brother and then we spanked him
Okay,
when he thought he had the upper hand.
gotcha. So, just watch our backs. Gotcha.
He's on the vengeance path. Unfortunately, he did not learn the lesson of, hey, we weren't trying to kill anybody. We got pushed. Now it's what? Well, he didn't die, but close.
This whole time, has Mike Kane given any?
No.
Okay.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, beware of the trickster. I'm like, wait. We've rolled a few insight checks with good rolls. But wait. Right. Believe I'm satisfied.
Alright.
Well, the fifth is concluded. I suppose the least I can do is... Where were you planning on headed on next? If I may ask.
I'll be right back at this.
Did you guys want to go temple to temple, or did you want to stop back in town?
I figured temple to temple. What town?
Yeah?
There's no town.
Our town.
Yeah, but then, you know, then we have to backtrack all the way if we don't actually need anything.
Yeah, no, I'm good to go to the next temple. Well, I suppose we should give that grumpy old bastard a visit to the north that you were telling us about.
Any suggestions on how to approach him? Besides fireproof?
Honestly, I wouldn't interact with him if you don't have to, but... Be prepared to defend yourselves if you do. You bust up a couple of his toys, and maybe he'll hear you out then.
Sounds reasonable. Thank you. Oh, I just said thank you to somebody that we don't really know. Anyway. Thank you first. I'm good.
Back.
Not to clarify, you just want to go towards the... You are heading towards the temple, not specifically the guy, right? Cart?
Oh, well, he's stationed at the temple.
Oh, I thought he was in a cavern near the temple.
Oh, well, yeah. So we'll have him drop us near that temple, and then we'll suss around. We'll poke around. If he's dropping us places, that is.
Well, I suppose I won't take any more of your time. I'll leave you to your adventuring.
I look forward to our meeting in the future.
Safe travels.
And safe return.
So he makes his exit. Just nothing fancy. He just walks away.
Interesting character, huh?
Yes. Much different than those lads we've dealt with.
A lot nicer than Pinky.
Certainly. I do hope he can be held to his word. He seemed genuine enough.
Well, regardless, he wants the other sword back, so at the very least, we'll see him at least once more. Maybe between now and then, we can iron out exactly what information we might want to ask him about, so we're not scrambling.
Yeah.
All right.
I look at Archie. What were you trying to do?
I wanted to see if he could see your true form. Because
Yeah,
I think
but most people
that's
don't know
why
about my
he
true
was so
form.
taken aback when I was hiding at first. Was because he was like, huh.
Yeah, most people don't react well, which is why I don't walk around in my true form.
I mean, you're pretty anyway. Shut up. Walks away.
But people are not smart.
Do,
Indeed.
do, do.
With I know you're more worried about your looks than most. Looks it over at Archie with the new blonde hair that he's gonna have to get used to now.
Yeah, what were
Puts
you
100
thinking?
years on. Yep. Okay.
Like, what were you thinking?
Anyone? No?
What?
No,
He's
no, you're gonna
commenting on
take
the
it.
deal I-
Okay. Go ahead.
He's commenting on the deal I made with Oz.
Yeah, at least that was for the greater good, kind of. You, what? There's magics you could learn to change your hair. Silly boy.
Well, I'm healthier now, so be happy about that.
I'm very happy about that. But, yeah, don't tell people. If they don't notice the difference about me, don't
I
tell
have
them.
blonde hair now.
Get me killed.
Yes, perhaps he can get you a proper set of pants next visit.
What?
That perhaps Archie can get a proper set of pants next visit. But yeah, we'll look over the temple if there was something, you know.
I
that
think we've
we
already
might
been
wanna pick up.
teleported.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, then yeah, I'm good.
That or we skipped a few. Are we going to hut and long rest or what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, hi, Simba.
I'm dying.
Okay.
So am I.
Alright. We're going to end the stream there. Thank everybody for their time and tuning in. Will, thank you for putting together this session. Everybody, thank you for your time. Mods, everyone, you are much
For the
loved.
note sakes, are we in a labyrinth or are we by the cathedral?
Depends where are you going next? Let me bring this back.